critics call it Uncle Sam's Unlimited Plan, a government program that gives out phones. How about that? If you pay your cell phone you're paying for this as well for everybody else. Good deal.
It's a great.
Buy me a cell phone?
It's a great country, Martha.
Cell phones for everyone.
Just call me up, girl, and I'll make your dreams come true.
Just waiting for the line. A lawmaker is set to introduce a bill to overhaul a program called Lifeline. It was started years ago, but today it provides free cell phones to people in need. Sounds good on paper. But Arkansas Congressman Tim Griffin calls it Uncle Sam's Unlimited Plan, says it's wasting your money. Take a look at one ad that runs in favor of the program.
The telephone is one of the most important tools we have. It keeps us connected. And South Carolina Lifeline can help eligible households get basic phone service through their local phone company at about half the normal cost.
Well, my next guest wants to change all this. Tim Griffin's a congressman in Arkansas. And, sir, good morning to you and welcome here to America's Newsroom.
Good morning.
I've got some numbers here that are stunning. This went from $488 million in 2000 to $1.8 billion in 2011. How'd that happen?
Well, it's exploding, and if I could say a few words about this, I want to clarify. The Lifeline program was started by the federal government decades ago to provide hard lines, home telephone service to the less fortunate, and that's very reasonable. But and my bill doesn't impact that. What happened a few years ago is the federal government said landlines aren't enough. Let's expand this and give out free cell phones. Well, I think that's going too far. I don't think the federal government ought to be giving out free cell phones. And what has happened is some folks now are getting 2 and 3, 10 and 20 and 30 cell phones, and you're paying for it. If you look at your telephone bill, you'll see a line, your cell phone bill, and it says Universal Service Fund or Universal Service Fee. You are paying a tax.
That's the fee that goes toward it. Okay, now listen, I saw a report out of Atlanta from CBS on this. I saw a report, I think it was a Fox affiliate in Baltimore on this. They had a woman who had 5 or 6 phones in her purse, and they said, how long did it take you to get that? She said about 5 or 6 minutes to acquire all of those. But you make a bigger point in all this. And you're suggesting that if we cannot change this program, what can we change as a government?
I mean, this ought to be low-hanging fruit. This is easy. This is a situation, again, we're not talking about $100 million here or $100 million there. We are talking about $1 billion. The president's running around talking about the Buffett rule, which would have almost no impact on the deficit and bring in $5 billion a year. Here's $1 billion that we can cut today, because I don't think that we ought to be paying for people to have free cell phones.
But you say it's easy. Do you think Washington can get this done? Well, and if it can't, what does it say about how government works today?
Well, let me clarify. It ought to be easy. I think if you go outside of Washington and talk to Americans in my district and elsewhere, they are outraged by this. Outraged. And here's the deal. Folks aren't getting like basic cell phones. They're getting iPhones. They're getting Blackberries. They're getting stuff that you and I are paying a lot every month, and they're getting 10s and 20s.
Yeah, it's a great country, isn't it?
It's we got to stop
Remarkable.
this. We have, can I mention, we have some videos. If you go to facebook.com/rep, R-E-P, Rep Tim Griffin, we have videos, and you can learn a lot more about this.
We'll check it out there. Thank you for sharing the story with us. We'll see if your bill gets any traction. Tim Griffin, Republican from Arkansas. What do you think at home about this? Hemmer at foxnews.com. Also on Twitter, at Bill Hemmer. One line, BYA, because you asked. That's our show page at foxnews.com/America's Newsroom. You can go there as well.